जब मैंने आपका वो ट्वीट देखा सलमान खान के बारे में, एंग्री यंग मैन सीरीज के लॉन्च पर जावेद साहब और सलीम खान साहब के लिए जो रेफरेंस उनकी थी,
Salman was just standing very protective of his dad right behind him. And I know that feeling because it has happened with me also. Whenever my parents are there, then I'm a different person.
फेंके हुए पैसे नहीं लेता हूं मैं, एंड आई एम श्योर दैट इट इम्पैक्टेड अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल।
फूड पॉलिश कर रहा है, इसने दावड़ साहब ने फेंक दिया पैसा। What is he saying? मैं बात फेंके हुए पैसे नहीं ले रहा हूँ। Give me respect. Don't treat me just because I'm doing
गिव मी
food
रिस्पेक्ट।
polish.
बच्चन साहब गोज टू परचेज दैट बिल्डिंग एंड द गाय सेज कि दैट आपको धंधा करना नहीं आता है, तो कहते हैं कि अगर आपने इसका दुगना भी मांगा होता तो मैं आपको देता, बिकॉज मेरी माँ ने इसमें ईंटें उठाई हैं, धंधा करना आपको नहीं आता।
The dialogue is not just punchy lines or words or clever lines.
Right.
It's more an emotion which is the power force of the engine behind it. पहले उस आदमी का साइन लेके आ, I mean, who thinks of these
Epic.
lines, yeah?
Producers, they had to incorporate their names in the poster.
Okay. I didn't know
They were
this,
they were rebels.
These guys films got stored क्योंकि कहानी इसकी है, dialogue इनका है, तो मजा आएगा. So they became a brand. Hi, this is Rahul Dolotia. You're watching Connect Cine with Faridun. Stay connected.
राहुल साहब, वेलकम ऑन कनेक्ट सिने। कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ, थैंक यू सो मच।
सो सर, जब मैंने आपका वो ट्वीट देखा सलमान खान के बारे में, एंग्री यंग मैन सीरीज के लॉन्च पर जावेद साहब और सलीम खान साहब के लिए जो रेफरेंस उनकी थी, नाउ यू नो आई नो यू दैट यू आर नॉट वन ऑफ दोज सेलिब्रिटीज जो कि उनके दोस्त ये सब बोल देते हैं कि भाई ट्वीट कर दो और ट्वीट हो जाता है, जैसे बहुत से लोग करते हैं, which is more of a customary sort of thing.
Yeah.
So you do things which you are driven by your heart. What was it in that launch of Angry Young Man that really caught your attention?
Actually, I didn't go for the launch. I watched it on one of the YouTube or something like that.
Of course,
And
of course.
yeah, and I was watching it, and though there was, first of all, it's nice to see both these guys together after so many years, you know, and their differences or whatever it is. Salim Saab and Javed Saab. So it was very nice to see them all together, and then their children, which is of course Farhan, Zoya, and Salman. So yeah, so that was what was interesting. I wanted to see what they are saying. And then one thing which I noticed is that throughout the entire press conference, Salman was just standing very protective of his dad right behind him. And I know that feeling because it has happened with me also. Whenever my parents are there, then I'm a different person because I'm always on the edge, trying to make sure that nothing goes wrong with them. If you look at when Dharamji is there, Sunny is also like that. Or if you see when, I've seen Zakir Hussain perform, and when I've seen him with Ustad Al-Rafa Saab, he's very different. So I just think that there's a lot of love and respect over here between father and son. And that's what really caught my attention. And I thought I should tweet it because it's very rare to see this. A different side of, this boisterous macho superstar who doesn't give a shit and who's a bratty guy himself, to be able to be a different person when he's right with his dad. And throughout this entire interview, and he's always looking around to say that who is saying what and stuff like that. So I really like that. That's why I tweeted, because I think it's nice to see a good father-son relationship.
Okay, in fact, he said two more things. मैं उनका जिक्र करना चाहूंगा because I think this is a sentiment of a lot of people. So उनसे पूछा गया कि that how was it like when you were growing up to realize that you are the son of the Salim Khan. So he said that since when I grew up, when I was growing up, and the first thing that really came to my notice was Salim Javed.
Right.
So he didn't say Salim Khan, he said Salim Javed because that's what the face. And a lot of people who have seen 70s, early 80s can I think possibly easily say that it was an era of Salim Javed.
True. It was. I think if you look at The film, of course, it was Amitabh Bachchan also at that time. Uh,
Right.
but as screenwriters, as film writers, to have a name at that time and be recognized by that, like even today, uh, if we look at how many writers, screenwriters names do we know? How many directors names do we know? We still know only actors. So so to be in the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever, when they are together, and to be known as a Salim Javed film or be a part of Salim Javed film, that itself is very extremely creditable. So you basically you're telling the audience that this is their film, so please come and watch it. When you put your name on the credit, it's most of the time it's that. So on the poster in particular. So yeah, it was incredible. We grew up watching those films. We loved them. We've seen them so many times, multiple times. Sheer entertainment, but at the same time, I think also a lot of socio-political, socio-economic, socio-cultural commentaries being made in their films. Like it's almost borderline IPTA type. If you look at it.
Mhm.
The mill worker is oppressed. The coolie is there. He's in the port dock worker. The gangster. It's amazing themes they picked up. Also, the mother was a very important aspect in their films.
राहुल जी, दो सवाल मेरे जहन में आ रहे हैं, मैं आपको एक एक करके करूंगा बिकॉज so that there's no confusion. So you're talking about the themes, you're talking about the IPTA part of it. So Salman sir also said one thing that what made Salim Javed different was that उन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी से चीजें निकाली, अपनी जिंदगी से जो उन्होंने जिया था वो उन्होंने चीजें निकाली और उसको उन्होंने पर्दे पर वो लेकर आए. एंड दैट्स व्हाट मेक्स देम डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर स्क्रीन राइटर्स जिन्होंने कहानियां लिखी और
Correct.
लेकिन
Very true.
शायद उस तरीके से जिया नहीं. तो आपने जैसे मिल वर्कर्स की आपने बात करी, या फिर तो आई थिंक बोथ ऑफ देम दे सॉ अ लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रगल इन द बिगिनिंग. माँ की बात है, जावेद साहब ऑब्वियसली his issues with his father, and his mother passed away early, and obviously he had a lot of regard for his mother. So I think ये जो elements जो personal spaces से इन लोगों के आए थे, I think they were phenomenal as well.
Yeah, and extremely human and emotional, and it connects to the people. Like, for example, their whole, the angry young man is basically the reflection of that time when everybody was quite frustrated. The jobs were not there. There was corruption happening. The underworld was at its was actually flourishing. It's a different type of underworld. First, it was the Mastans, and then it became the Dauds. So the type of crime changed, but there was a lot of the emergency had happened. There was a lot of disillusionment amongst the Indian youth, and they needed to speak out and at the same time give hope. So when you say कि मेरे पास मैं 5 लाख का सौदा करना है और मेरे पास जेब में एक फूटी कौड़ी भी नहीं है या 5 फूटी कौड़ी भी नहीं है, in Trishul, it just underlines the hope and the sentiment and the aggression of the person that they are speaking. Basically, what cinema was at that time was speaking out for the masses and the people. That's why it became successful. What you could not do, they were doing it, and that's what made the people also keep going to cinema, because the hope was over there on that big screen. And honestly, I mean, like, you miss that now when you're starting seeing all these films on phones, and that the impact of an Amitabh Bachchan on that 70 screen when he walks in, when he बीड़ी जला रहे, वो पीछे dynamite blow कर रहा है, या action कर रहा है, या dialogue बोल रहा है, or for that matter anyone over there in those times, it was a different communication. So you brought back home a lot of emotion with you, and also you relieved your anger over there and you left it over there. So it was great.
And I think the way the writing impacted even over the years. So sir, मुझे ना, like, I had this problem कि that जो एक dialogue है कि फेंके हुए पैसे नहीं लेता हूं मैं, आज भी फेंके हुए पैसे. Like, I used to have this thing that if someone, like, जैसे आप कहीं पर आप रेस्टोरेंट में जा रहे हैं और अगर if someone is is pushing the note or something like that. I had a problem with that because I remember that dialogue all the time, and I'm sure that it impacted a lot of people.
Yeah, because see, if you look at it, what is that? It's dignity of labor, no? It's
Yeah.
if in underlining it, it's what is that guy doing? Boot polish कर रहा है, boot polish कर रहा है और
Right.
इसने डावर सामने फेंक दिया पैसा.
Mm.
What is he saying? मैं बात फेंके वो पैसे नहीं दे रहा हूँ. Give me respect. Don't treat me just because
Give
I'm doing
give me
boot
respect. Yeah.
polish. So that's when these things may not be spelled out, but I'm sure that people. I mean, if you look at Rais's dialogue, also कोई धंधा छोटा नहीं होता है. धंधे से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं होता है. Somewhere down the line, we've grown up watching those films, and therefore it comes to us, in like 2%, but it comes there. So we are inspired by whatever they have done.
No, I think Rais, a lot of things are inspired by Salim Javed. I'll come to that later. And one of the reasons why I wanted to speak to you was Rais and the dialogues and the trajectory of Rais. One more, I think, dialogue in Diwar itself when Bachchan Saab goes to purchase that building and the guy says कि that आपको धंधा करना नहीं आता है. तो कहते हैं कि अगर आपने इसका दुगना भी मांगा होता तो मैं आपको देता बिकॉज मेरी माँ ने इसमें ईंटें उठाई हैं, धंधा करना आपको नहीं आता है. So now these dialogues, they just tear your.
Yeah, it's an emotion also.
They-
It's not just the dialogue is not just punchy lines or words or clever lines.
Yeah.
It's more an emotion, which is the power force of the engine behind it. So any person who has seen his mother work will feel that emotion that I want to buy that one day, whatever it is. So these things. And at that time, a lot of housewives started working. I mean, single mothers or mothers, women started working a lot more, even in middle class societies. Earlier, तो वो था कि घर की औरतें शादी में अब काम नहीं कर सकती. So they
Correct.
broke that stereotype also. I mean, it's of a progressive woman. Yeah, I mean, you're right with this kind of the emotional baggage which they gave to the dialogue. मैं ये पहले उस आदमी का साइन लेके आ. I mean, who thinks of these
Epic.
lines, yeah? And
Epic.
for that,
Epic,
see,
absolutely.
now coming back to screenwriting, the thing is that we would all write clever. We can all write clever lines. So there are many people who can write clever lines, but to incorporate it in the scene with the basic plot of the film, so they have to develop all that. It's not just के line लिख दी, clever line हाँ लिख लेते. That's why the lines work, because they are within the plot. I mean, they are moving instrumental with the plot. कि पूरा जिंदगी में
Right.
वो, and then it comes to वो पहले उस आदमी का साइन लेके आता है जिसने मेरे हाथ पे लिख दिया कि मेरा बाप चोर है. So it's got a payoff also.
No, absolutely. I think there's so many things that I can talk to you.
Seriously.
Rahulji.
Yeah.
So Salim Saab told Abrar Alvi Saab that एक वक्त आएगा कि that राइटर को स्टार के हीरो के बराबर पैसे मिलेंगे. एंड उन्होंने कहा "तुम पागल हो गए हो." फिर कुछ सालों के बाद में उन्होंने फिर से फोन किया, काफी सालों के बाद, अबरार अली साहब को, और बोला कि मैंने आपसे बोला था कि राइटर को स्टार के बराबर पैसे मिलेंगे. तो बोले हाँ. तो मैंने कहा, तो सलीम साहब बोले कि मैं गलत था. बोले मैं तो तुमसे कह ही रहा था. तो बोले मैं गलत इस वजह से था बिकॉज राइटर को स्टार से ज्यादा पैसे मिल रहे हैं. No one has matched that. In fact, Javed Saab had a very very interesting story at one of the sessions that वो किसी प्रोड्यूसर के पास गए. So he said the courage to do all those things came from Salim Saab. And he went to a producer and he said कि मेरे पास बाउंड स्क्रिप्ट है लेकिन पहले पैसों की बात कर लें और हम इतना 2 लाख रुपए चार्ज करेंगे, something like that. So he said कि the producer went, got another guy with him and he said जो मेरे सामने बोला था इसके सामने बोलो. They've sat for 6 months, got the price that they were asking for. Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's true. Their films also work incredibly at the moment. I mean, if you look at I mean, we are all talking about Animal today, but look at Shakti. Yeah. What a classic father-son story.
Right.
You've seen the film, right? Shakti.
Of course,
with
of
Dilip
course,
Kumar
of
and
course.
Amitabh Bachchan. What a classic father-son
Absolutely.
story it is. And the
Yeah.
angst of the son with the father. And eventually they both are living in the same, the tension between them, the performances, the nuances. I think it was one of it was quite impactful when we watched it again on the big screen.
बिल्कुल। आपने आपने कहा पोस्टर पे नाम। इनफैक्ट सलीम साहब वाज द वन हु जस्ट असाइंड सर्टेन पेंटर्स कि तुम लोग रात में जाओ और ये पोस्टर्स के ऊपर सलीम जावेद तुम लोग पेंट करके आओ। तो सम ऑफ देम लाइक द पेंटर्स दे वर ड्रंक एज वेल, तो उन्होंने कहीं पर भी लिख दिया सलीम जावेद पोस्टर के ऊपर। बट देन आफ्टर दैट द प्रोड्यूसर्स दे हैड टू incorporate their names in the poster.
Okay, I didn't
So
know
they were
this.
they were rebels.
Yeah, they were balls.
That's rebellious. Absolutely. And to get the names of the writer in a poster, I think that was something at that point of time. And
Yeah, I mean, basically they became a brand. It's that's what it was. I mean, and Salim Javed became a brand. So it's like picture में कौन है? तो अमिताभ बच्चन है, directed by रमेश सिप्पी and सलीम जावेद। ऐसा अभी क्या सी व्हाट आई मीन, बीच में हमारे इंडस्ट्री में म्यूजिक का बहुत आ गया। तो यू हैड लिरिक राइटर्स, music directors, all that became very prominent because films were sold because of picture का music अच्छा है, or the music companies started investing in the film. These guys films got stored क्योंकि कहानी इसकी है, dialogue इनका है, तो मजा आएगा. So they became a brand, and that's what sells, is what goes on that poster. And they were the ones who were instrumental in getting the audiences in. That you would go, it became like an ISI mark, ना कि इनकी पिक्चर तो अच्छी होगी, मजा आएगा.
Confident and confidence की अगर बात करें राहुल जी, so inspiring. ट्रेड मैगजीन में शोले के बाद, शोले के रिलीज होने से पहले एड्स डाले इन लोगों ने कि 1-1 करोड़ करेगी हर टेरिटरी में पिक्चर. And when the film opened, it didn't start off nicely and everything whatsoever. They stuck to their guns and they persisted that it'll do well, and it finally did. What about the confidence that they had in themselves? And it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it was one of the, I'm looking forward to this documentary because it basically will be talking about their high period, which is, and that's the period where you get so many different anecdotes and stories, especially because Zoya is there, Farhan is there, so they're all inside stories you'll get. Shabana is there. You'll get a lot of inside stories, which probably we've never seen or heard before or read.
I think their partnership in itself, they're making a documentary, but I think, I don't know, maybe they can be like a dramatic sort of version as well, because Javed Saab was going through a certain phase. He had issues with his father and he was heavily into drinking and everything. Salim Saab was like a father figure to him in more ways than one as well. It was a very interesting interpersonal relationship as well, in terms of how they learn from each other.
I didn't know. I was reading. I believe that Javed Saab was assisting Kaifi Azmi.
Right.
I didn't know that, and that must have been a great influence. He must have been a great influence on him.
Right. Okay, talking about Raees, Rahul ji. So, जो Raees के जो dialogues हैं, जो Raees का जो premise है, वो I think it is something that Salim Javed would have been very proud of, and the dialogues are like really I think punchy and classy as well. Mia bhai ki daring and all that. I think वो बहुत ही, I think massy at the same time, well written dialogues as well. So what was the process for you when you were making Raees, and considering Farhan was producing it as well?
Yeah, so actually when we first wrote the first draft of Raees, XLR was not on board. It was just me, Harit Mehta, Ashish Vashi, both journalists, and now Harit is an editor of Times of India in Ahmedabad. And so there was him, and then there was Neeraj Shukla, who was helping me with the dialogues also on that. So 4 of us were jamming together, and we actually sat and wrote the film together. And we were all a little bit over the top in the film. So we wanted to make it a little bit over the top from our normal sensibilities. So therefore these filmy and flowery lines and dialogues and all that. Though there was an element of realism, so we said we'll get the actors to perform in such a way that he doesn't always have to say "Baniyega Dimag," yeah, Mike. He doesn't have to say that. It'll be like, and that's why the first scene where actually we didn't know this dialogue would become so famous. But the first scene, one of the first scenes we shot was with Shahrukh and Zishan in the cafe and eating, and then that guy says, "तू कर पाएगा ये?" तो बोलते क्यों भूल गया जयराज सेठ ने क्या कहा था, मियाँ भाई की ट्रेनिंग बनिएगा दिमाग. So he had asked me, "How do you want me to say it? You know that he can do it many ways." And so I said, "No, don't underline it and don't just say it casually. कि बनेगा दिमाग मियाँ भाई की ट्रेनिंग. Don't be like याद है, because they are down, they are just starting off in life. They are not larger than life already. So when you go larger than life, then you can say what you want. But right now, you're absolutely at the bottom of the chain." But then the dialogue became so famous in the teaser itself, I think, that we had to add. I mean, Ritesh told me to add one punch in one line later on when they're at the port, saying close up के साथ कि नहीं ये सब बोलो कि याद है जयराज सेठ ने क्या कहा था, बनिएगा दिमाग मियाँ भाई की. And so the impact of the trailer really changed the way we only saw the film. So we didn't see it that way कि ये punchy है ये वो है, but we wanted it to be larger than life in every sense. So whether it is that line, whether it is अम्मी जान कहती है कोई धंधा छोटा नहीं
Right.
होता, और शेरों का जमाना है. There are so many lines which are there, which we were enjoying it while we were doing it. शेरों का जमाना actually was written on set by Neeraj. So किसी की दिन होती है, किसी की रात होती है, शेरों का जमाना होता है. Because sometimes you need that Mahmood is also damn powerful. अपना Nawaz. So Nawaz is also giving it back. So we needed one back and forth punch line. Say end कैसे करें इसको? तो he said, "अच्छा चल एक काम करते हैं." Neeraj wrote couple of lines, then we bounced it off because all four of us were on set. Me, Neeraj, Harit, and Bashi, and then eventually we came to this.
What is your personal favorite film of Salim Javed, written by Salim
Actually,
Javed?
I like a lot of them. So, but I like Shakti. I like Trishul, Kala Patthar. We use Kala Patthar in Race. I have a lot of Sholay, of course. But Sholay, the more I see, the more I get a little bit this thing about it. I prefer the other ones.
Okay. All right. And what about your favorite dialogue?
My favorite dialogue, जेब में ₹5 नहीं है, और that one.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. And Javed Sahab also said that
Dawn, of course, huh?
do
What?
we should do one more
that'd
more
be
film.
awesome. I mean, whatever, for the heck of it. I'd love to be behind the scenes on that. A
Well, they're
fly
doing
on
it.
the wall.
Who should direct that?
Farhan, no?
Farhan.
Farhan also, yeah, one of the two.
And maybe Salman can act in it.
Of course. He has to.
Right.
He has to.
Rahulji, thank you very much. Wonderful talking to you as always. Huge insights. And yeah, I think even I'm personally looking forward to the series very, very eagerly.
Thank you so much.